Walter? Okay, looks like you have exactly what I have on the screen. What about Jermaine? Were you able to open it? Yep, okay.
Yes, sir.
Justin?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the web version of the configurator. This is only allows you to view. You're not able to build a config here. So what you want to do is go to viewing and open in desktop. So it's going to open the document in Excel. When you open it in Excel, it's going to look like this. Okay. So this is where you build a configuration for the customer, or I'm sorry, the configuration for the edge mark. The customer name. So I want you to build a base config, and this is going to be generic. Customer name, we're going to call that T3 training. Okay. Account number, just choose generic numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Okay, that's going to be the customer's account number. Your market, your SBC, it's going to be where you're installing this session border controller. Okay. Hampton Roads, select the correct server. I'm going to use my Nova server for Nova. Here, we're going to use the topology. We're just going to set it to topology 1. And the model is going to be whatever model edge mark we're using. If you're using a 2900, select 2900. If you're using a 2900 PoE, select 2900 PoE. Everything else will lead to default. There's nothing here for, as you see, it's crossed out. So nothing needs to be entered here. Your WAN 1, that's going to be your DACP because we are doing it over HFC. So we'll leave it to DACP. Nothing else needs to be created or changed. So all we do is go to where it says create HMark config file. When you create this document, you want to store it in, typically it will be on your desktop so you can easily be identifiable. Find the folder that you want to create it on. I'll just create it on my OneDrive. And it gives me a security message saying, hey, Microsoft Office identified potential security concern. Do you want to continue? I'm going to say yes. And it tells me the link where the file will be created in my desktop and the folder name. Yes. So here it is. It's in my desktop. Here's my folder name, and here's my file name for my edge mark. Okay. Everybody's. So I want to give you guys. See what time did we took break? We were back at 10:20. So let's do this. I think we're due for a break. Let's take a break. And when we come back, I want you guys all to build a base config on topology 1. And we're going to practice logging into that edge mark that we have there and uploading the config. So let's take, let's be back at 11:30.
It's just secret, so no.
You guys been,
I
you
believe
guys, they call me again and say, no, don't worry, just go ahead with the data plan for she's big.
Using the configurator.
us to do what? You don't have one drive input. Something less than,
So who's going to build it? If you guys need help, we can walk you through it. I also added on the chat a MMP on how to replace the edge mark, which is going to cover everything that we covered on the PowerPoint. As far as logging into the edge mark, building the config file using the configurator, and then uploading that to the edge mark.
So you want us to take the current edge mark to say it working now?
Yeah, and we're gonna factory reset it.
And destroy it?
Yeah, well, that's what we're in a lab environment. Yes, you're not gonna destroy it. We're just gonna factory reset it.
Okay.
Okay, no, but open up the configurator that is on the chat, which is that Excel document, and build the config first.
So you said.
Yeah, open up it. Sharing screen. Sorry.
You see me break. That's fine.
I guess, Walter, they're asking you to do it, huh?
Yep,
Jermaine is like, yeah.
35 years of experience on it. But yeah, let's see what you got.
Okay, it froze up that quick. Yep.
So he's talking about this. So,
Yes.
Right now you're sharing a blank screen, Walter.
I can't even do nothing. It locked me up.
Oh, share my screen now.
I can move the mouse around, but y'all are all frozen on the screen.
Stop sharing. There you go. Christian, there you go.
That's my screen.
Yep.
Okay, good.
so that's
So I'll break it down.
that's where. So you want us to fill this information into the H mark?
Yes. So the first thing Christian, we're first going to build the config. So
Oh, okay.
right here where you are, we have to make a config file. So go to viewing and select opening desktop app.
That will be a problem for me because I have no license for the 360.
Oh, okay.
I tried to do that. Let me see.
What did you want to put? What account do you want to put in?
Okay, so looks like Walter's sharing back, and he's actually sharing the configurator. So for customer name, Walter, we'll just label it Walter Training. That's the business name, or Walter Training. I would say account number, we're gonna label it a generic account number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now this is typically where your customer's business name is gonna go and the customer's account number is gonna go. The SBC, right? That is gonna be your session border controller, where actually you're installing that. So we're gonna select Hampton Roads. Okay, topology is gonna be topology 1. And from the drop menu, select the correct edge mark model. The one that we have there is that a 2900 PoE with the switch. Okay, so select PoE. And as far as the WAN interface, DHCP, We're gonna leave that to DHCP. Scroll down, scroll down. Everything else you leave to default and just click where it says create HMark config file. Okay. Normally it will ask you to where you want to save that file. You can select your OneDrive, your desktop. I usually save to your OneDrive, which automatically put it on your desktop. Okay.
And again, we don't have class computers, so I don't know which desktop it's going to save it to. But
It's gonna be on your desktop. So click OneDrive, click OK. Okay. That's normal Microsoft security warnings. And as you can see on the file there, it says it's going to be under Walter desktop config for Walter train. Yep. Select yes. There is your file. So now we can take our computer, connect our computer to the HMark, and now we're going to be ready to log into the device and configure it. Okay. So you're going to need two things. You're going to need an Ethernet cable from your laptop to the HMark. Dave, do we have a long enough Ethernet cable? Dave, not there. Okay. Who has a
I got one, but I'm gonna be this same thing this thing did before. But I picked it up and screened it off.
You do not want to drop your computer.
Since O'Warden worked on the computer, this is what it's done.
It's been doing that.
Every now and then, yep, it can do that.
All right, you want to keep it right here so I can ask Dave for a long enough.
You can go get them with that computer though, regardless. Ever since he worked on the computer, this is what it's done. This every now and then. I don't know what he's doing.
Your computer shuts down? What is it doing now?
Reboot. So that's why I don't even know what you're looking at. That's not, but my computer's in the middle of reboot.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
If you can see that.
Yep. Well, now it stopped sharing. Now it's rebooting. Okay. Who has access so we can get closer to the HMark? Like, anybody? Do you guys have? I know you guys have cameras on your computers. Do you guys have Teams on your phones?
Yes, I do.
Yes. Okay.
Start shooting again.
I guess I have to completely reboot. I don't know why it's done that. I don't know what's loose.
Yeah, it's probably there's a little wire that must be loose, and as it's been moved around, it jiggles, and now it shuts down your computer.
But if for some odd reason, it only does it when I'm sharing.
Really? Okay.
I've not noticed it do it any other time. But all it was the port was supposed to be bad. The power port was bad.
What's up, Victor?
Hey, what's going on?
How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. I can't see you on. Oh, there you go. You're coming in on cam. Not yet. That was Dustin coming in.
Hey, son. Yeah, he's ready.
Look, I stayed right off of camera.
Oh.
I don't even know who you are yet.
Of course he does. Victor's one of my top team members up there. No,
Yep.
top-notch team members.
So, Henry, we're trying to factory reset that HMark.
Okay.
And I'm trying to see how it can, I guess you can, if we can have a camera closer to the HMark so we can see what happens when we do a factory reset, and also when we're configuring it.
So we just need to have somebody join Teams on their phone,
Yep.
and then they can see it through phone.
You all
So-
can access the Teams on your phone. I can access the Teams.
I don't know if I can do both. I think that could be on the laptop and on the phone.
You can,
You
Just don't
can,
let me do
Walter.
both.
you can.
Yeah. So if you
Well-
log in through Teams on your phone, you just ask, it was going to ask you, do you want to add this
That's right.
device or do you want to replace it? So just click add device.
It have to be a phone. Or we do have an iPad.
Oh,
Use it.
okay.
We do have an iPad if you guys can get. Dave has one right next door. So y'all are gonna factory reset one of these devices.
Yes.
I don't remember which one's the edge mark, so you can. So you remember.
Now,
It's either that or that.
I'm saying it won't let you.
We can just use both our devices. No problem.
okay. Jermaine, you were able to access Team on your phone?
Jermaine got a top-notch phone. Pretty expensive.
I know, I see that. It's like,
$2,500 phone right there.
Sir.
I finally got to see one of those. 2,400. I'm sorry. One of those foldable phones with the screen folds.
See, flip.
No, the big one. The Galaxy Fold that opens up to one big screen. That was nice looking, man. And then I saw the price and I got scared. It's like $1,500 and I was $1,400 short.
Take the left the
3-926-4667. Okay, I see it. 757.
Okay. Got it?
Yep, got it.
Okay.
And let me call back in. Okay. Okay, awesome.
All right. I'll call you from the other one too.
Sure.
It doesn't have dial tone.
That's strange.
926-4667.
Yep.
3-926-4667.
There you go. I answer it. Oh,
Okay.
we have it muted. That's probably. Okay. Let me see. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. So both phones are working.
What did you tell me to do?
Okay, so Walter, I know you already created the file. Go to your desktop. You're sharing. If you go to your desktop, you should see the config file.
Desktop or the touch?
There.
One desktop.
No. It does. It's going to be on your desktop. Like your computer desktop.
Okay.
Okay. Or you can select your go to your file. There it is. So look for a folder that was created, and it's going to be labeled Walter Train. There you go. Config for Walter Train. There it is. No, not that one. Sorry. Close that. Look at the folder, the first one. Yep. That opens up the actual folder. Oh, there it is, all the way on the left-hand side. So that's the file that we need to grab and copy to the edge mark. So from the edge mark, we need to factory reset that edge mark first. No, you're not going to be able to open that config file because it's only, that's the actual configuration for the edge mark. So I will say, Jermaine, go to that edge mark and on the erase button, press it 3 times and hold on the 4th. You're gonna see the red LED flash, the status LED flash red. And when it flash red and it goes to red, just let it go, release.
Device is open. But I don't have.
So what is the steps?
I don't have a problem.
So-
The flash is red?
Under the erase, press it 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and hold. You're gonna
Yes.
see the status change to red.
Yes.
Okay, let it go. And that's actually factory resetting the device.
Okay.
Okay. So the Ethernet cable that we have there from the who created, is it ready?
No. No.
Nope.
No.
I was gonna say, are we gonna assign who's gonna create the Ethernet cable?
Do we have any names? Let me see if I find you some more.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if I find some.
I might just roll over there.
Does it have to be a crossover? Is that what it is?
No.
No,
Okay,
it's
we're
just an
ready.
Ethernet cable. You just now you could take your laptop close by if you have a shorter Ethernet cable.
That's an Ethernet cable right here.
Oh, I
I got
got
lots of more right there. So we got a couple of Ethernet cables right here. You still black on?
Yes, I don't know. I still don't know why. It only does it when it's in this mode. I don't know what it doesn't like.
You're not gonna need any other program. Oh, right now to configure it.
Yeah, so what config? I'm gonna need it.
That need to be in the same line, right? One
Oh. Yeah, you can just connect to any of those ports, or you can unplug and connect it to port 1.
Oh, why aren't those port 4?
On
It doesn't matter. Is it in mode?
doesn't matter.
Great case for each one. That'd be like you. Scott, what's your-
Still don't get it.
what's the-
Roger?
And on your browser, you're gonna enter IP 192.168.1.1. Okay, so Dustin, what is the default username and password when we log in for the first time?
Default.
Okay. Sign in. Don't save that default password. Again, this is a message that tells you got to change the password. We're going to create it with a generic password. So the current password is still going to be default. And then you're going to put a new password. Okay. Under new password, let's say something simple. I usually use, you can even use default 1 or default 1 and the @ symbol, because you just need a alphanumeric characters and 1 special character.
Said do not.
Yeah, you don't need to save that. No. Okay, now you got to log back in with a new password that you just created. So the username is still root.
Sorry, that was too quick. Okay.
And I'm waiting to see if it actually led you in. There you go. So we're in the edge mark. We already have the, I see a version 16.4.0.1. Is that the correct version?
I don't know the answer to.
Open up the configurator, Dave. I mean, Walter. The Excel spreadsheet that you opened.
So,
There you go. Okay. Okay. Go to the tab on the bottom left. It says firmware and usage. Okay. It's loading. There you go. So according to this, it's if you want, go all the way, go on the page to the top. It says that for IPC, it's supposed to be 16.4.0.1. So you do have that H mark has the correct firmware. Okay. So let's go back to the H mark. It's in Chrome.
Yeah,
I
I was
believe-
trying to figure out where it was.
It might be the one all the way to the right.
This is always open. Everything is always open. You know what though?
Yeah.
Don't worry about what's going on this computer. Don't worry about what.
Okay. That's
If
a
we
lot
can't
of
handle
tabs.
it, we have to need a new computer.
That's a lot of tabs that you have open there.
Let me open this one up right here. What is this one? Oh, never mind. Go ahead. What do you need?
Well, so go back to the edge mark, which is that one. Okay. So if we needed to update the firmware, we will go to where it says admin. Can you expand admin? Okay. And you say where it says firmware, upgrade firmware, the third option from the down. Yep. Click on it.
Well,
So-
I've already clicked on it before you see it. But go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Go ahead.
This is where you will see that. This is where the firmware will be updated. And then the configurator tells you what the server IP is going to be and the process that you're going to go through it. Okay, so we already have that. Now, we already built a config. The task that we need to verify, I always ask, is that go to network and verify that your EdgeMark has an internet connection. So go down to network.
Already there, but okay.
Okay, click on network information. Yeah, it's just taking a little delay for me to see that information. So
I think it's because it's going through. I think it's because it's going through this.
yeah, it's
So the
that CBI circuit for the EdgeMark is only 0.5 meg. That's all it is. So there it is. IP address, you are getting in a public IP. It says 184.184.218.97. That's your public IP. So we know we're connected to the internet. Now we need to upload the configuration that we just created to the device. You remember under what tab we're going to find that? Or maybe Christian or Dustin can tell us what tab it's going to be on.
Admin.
Admin, okay. So let's add admin. Okay. Within admin, what tab are we going to select to upgrade the config, to upload the config file? Okay. Look right a little bit above upgrade firmware. It says backup and restore. That's where we're going to go. Okay. Now here we're going to choose the file name. So you see where it says download a local configuration file. So choose file. It's going to open up your network file, your network folders. It's going to be on your desktop. So click your desktop. Okay. And find the folder that is named Walter Train. If you like to organize your folders, Walter, on the top it says modify by, you can select the most recent one. And it will pull up anything that you have done recently all the way to the top. But you already found the folder.
Yeah, but I stopped.
Okay, yeah, there it is. That's it. Select that one and click open. Okay, there you go. Now we're ready to download that file from your computer to the HMark. So click download file. It's going to ask you to that warning. Do you want to proceed? Select yes. Okay. Now you're going to notice that he moved the file from your computer and he put it under the system save configuration on the device. Now it hasn't taken effect yet. It would actually take effect once we click restore. So click restored and click OK. Right now, the unit, the IP has changed because now the configuration file, it uploads the different VLANs configuration, the different IP information. So you no longer can access the HMark using 192.168.1.1. Right now, if you're trying to make a phone call, go ahead and try to make, let me see, I'm going to call your numbers. It should not go through.
Unplug them.
Can you plug them back to the HMark? It doesn't matter on what port. It could be on any port.
I don't know which phone you use. Don't matter.
Doesn't matter.
They both plug back in now. I don't know.
Yeah.
Both of them, everything plugged back in. I don't know those other two Cat 5s are going.
What was that, Walter?
It's 4 Cat 5s plugged in it, but I don't know where they're going.
They might be going to other jacks.
They haven't kicked me off the
It's going to kick you off because
Somewhere else.
the device is rebooting and it's going to assign a new IP to your computer.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh dear, your call has dropped. Please try again.
What was that?
Nothing. The laptop was Teams was telling me it kicked me out. That's all.
Okay. Okay, phones are almost there. They're coming online.
Yep. Hoping the 8841 is up. Somebody call.
That's me.
I don't know how to answer it.
Just pick up the headset.
Joe's Pool Hall.
Yep.
It's 8-ball.
Yep, it works.
All right. Okay. So technically,
You restore
I should-
services. Even though we did a factory reset on the device, we restore services.
okay,
Now,
so question: why isn't that producing internet?
Because when we build a configuration file, our configuration file is designed to enable VLAN 269 and manage the VLAN through the phone or through the HMark. But we don't want the customer plugging in their computer and thinking that that is their internet connection. That is not. That they have to use their own data connection to go to the internet. So VLAN 169 is the DHCP server is disabled.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So if a customer plugs in their laptop to the phone, they're not going to get internet. They have to have topology 2, which we introduce the customer's internet from their switch to our edge mark or to our switch. And like I said, topology 1 is the preferred, and on the 2900 PoE edge mark, the topology, it's always going to be topology 1. So the data and the voice traffic are always going to be separate.
When you say VLAN 169, you mean that that's the subnet that is now configured on the switch?
So we tag the different traffic with different VLANs. Data traffic is tagged VLAN 169, and like a computer, a printer, they by default are tagged as data traffic. So our HMark sees that it's trying to use the data traffic, data VLAN to connect, and the HMark, it's not going to assign an IP address. So we also assign different IP subnets for the different VLANs. Your voice traffic, it's going to be IPs in the range of 10 dot IP. Your data traffic, it's 192.168.16 subnet. And your management traffic, it's 192.168.36 dot subnet. We do that so we separate the different types of VLANs, and also each VLAN gets their own subnet for the IPs. Walter, I see you're connected. Are you connected with your phone or your laptop?
Laptop.
Laptop. Okay. Go ahead and run a speed test. I want you guys to see what kind of speed you're getting on your laptop. If you want, you can share your screen.
But I'm not connected. I'm connected via the Wi-Fi in the building.
Via Wi-Fi. Okay. Okay. So you're not connected via the edge mark.
Yeah, the edge mark says no internet.
Yep.
So speed test be 0.
Yeah. And that's the reason is we don't want a customer to just connect their laptop to the edge mark and say, oh, I got internet connection, and they call us for, oh, why is my internet so slow? Because you're not connected to your data connection. You're connected to the edge mark. And in order to avoid that type of trouble calls, we disable that. So it used to be that customers could connect to the edge mark and they will go to the internet, but it's going to be very slow, half a meg. And then they will call us, say, why is my internet so slow? Or why am I not able to reach the printer? Why am I not able to reach my server? Because you're connected to a voice device that is on a different IP and network than your data devices. Yep. So let me take sharing back. Well, I already have sharing capability, so I'm going to log in through my tablet. And let me know if you guys are able to see my screen. Okay, it's coming. There you go. Okay, you're looking at my screen. Okay, sorry. Let me stop sharing that. I need my camera. Share video. Start presenting. Okay. You guys able to see my phone? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So to make phone calls from the IPC phones, different ways. The customer can either pick up the headset and start dialing the number. The customer can press the speaker button and start. As you notice, they will have a drop-down menu of the most recent dial or receive calls. Okay. So if I did 703 926, I'm just calling and I can hit call. Now it's going to call my cell phone. Okay. I can answer the call. Okay. So now I'm in a phone conversation with my cell phone. You notice that on the buttons, you have end call, conference, blind transfer, and this is more, transfer, transfer to voicemail, hold, more, park, park hold, and then it just goes back to the beginning.